A bot for Teams is done. A bot for Zoom is done. Now what is left? Well, how can we forget our almighty Google applications? You already know, seeing the title of this video, that today you will learn how to get a bot that attends your meetings held on both Google Meets and as well as Google Classroom. Also, there are many videos already made on a bot that attends Google Meets. But are there videos of bot attending Google Classroom? No. And this is going to be one of a kind video. So, the least that you can do is hit the subscribe button below and keep me motivated to continue making these kinds of programs. Now let's not waste further time and dive right into it. All the links and the codes that are mentioned in this video are available on the website. The link to the article is in the description box below. Before starting off the project, you should have Python installed in your PC. You can install that through python.org. So let's open Chrome. Go to github.com/procan468 and here you'll see a Google Class Autobot folder. Open it and download the zip file of the code. Open the zip file and extract it to desktop. Now in desktop, you'll see this folder, and when you open it, you'll see these files inside it. The first step that you have to do is open settings with Notepad, and here you'll see the start time, and inside it you will see the timings. So these timings indicate when you want the bot to start looking for meeting or start entering the meeting. So let's say your first class is at 9 a.m. Then you keep the first thing as 0900. The second one is at 10, so it's like this, and so on and so forth. It would be in a 24 hours format, so when your class is at 1 p.m., you have to write 1300. So follow this format and do the same for end time. End time is obviously when you want the bot to exit the class. You can also read the instructions that I've written after the hash everywhere. Now below start time and end time, there's a range where you have to write the number of timings you have written above. So let's say you have written 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that is 5 timings, then your range should be 5. If you wrote only 4 timings, that is 9, 10, 11, 12 only, then it should be 4. But right now there are 5, so I'll leave it as 5. Now, if your classes are conducted on Google Meets and you have the link to Google Meets, I want you to add the links like this. So here we'll write link. Remember that the number of links that you enter should correspond with the number of timings that you entered. And it should also correspond with the range. So let's say you want to enter the meeting at 9. Then at 9 your bot will enter the meeting that you mentioned here, that is link 1. And if you want 10, then link 2. So same applies for the code. You enter the code of the meeting that you're given, code 1. Also remember that if you're given the link, only enter the link and leave code as it is. If you're given the code, then write the codes and leave link as it is. That means leave link like this. One more thing to note is that if your code or link is repeating on timings, let's say at 9 you have this certain code called code, and at 11 also you have the same code, then you write it 2 times, which is corresponding with the time. So that is all for Google Meets. Now, when we come to Google Classroom, if your meeting is conducted on Google Classroom, I want you to leave both link and code as it is, like this. And I want you to open Chrome, go to classroom.google.com, and I want you to ensure that these timings correspond with your classes. So what I mean by that is that if your first class is this, that is physics, for example, and it is at 9 o'clock, then instead of putting 9 before 10, I want you to put 9 here and 10 here. Why is that so? Because the bot will see whether your timing is entered at the second place, first place, or the third place. And according to that, the bot will go to your class. So if your timing is at second place, it will go to the second class. If your timing is at first place, then it'll go to the first place. So I hope it's clear. And if you still have doubts, please let me know in the comments below and I will explain it to you. One more thing that you have to note is that if you want certain classes to not be attended, let's say you want this class to not be attended. So this is at third place, and what you do is give this third place an impossible timing. Let's say you give it 000 at 12 a.m. and also do the same for end timing. So what the bot will do is that it will never join the third class. But always remember that if you want to join any class, let's say you want to join the 8th class, then you should have 7 timings before and then the timing for 8th class. And in the 7 places, you can enter any random timing. But at the 8th place, you enter the time you want to enter the 8th class. Now I want to join the 5th class. So I'll leave this timing as it is because currently it's 14:02. So 14:04, and I'll exit this class at 14:06. And I'll leave the link and code as it is. There are 5 timings, so I'll leave the range as 5. And let's save this. Now go to this part, type in CMD and type in Python requirements.py. Now it will download all the modules that you need for this code to run. Now the only thing left to do is start the bot. So type in Python main.py, hit enter. Now the bot is waiting for 2:04.
Meanwhile, I'll quickly change to my mobile camera to show you all what happened. So the bot opens Google Classroom, opens the 5th class. You can check if it's the 5th class or not by rewinding this video. And it opens the Meets link that was there. Now, if your meeting has ended or it is not yet started, the bot will continue refreshing the page that it is on until your meeting starts. But in this case, you have to open CMD and exit the loop by hitting Ctrl C.
So now for Google Meets, what you do is open settings.yml, and let's say I want to join in the 4th. We leave the last thing as it is. Now I want to join Google Meets through code. So first I'll just write random codes in the first place, second place, third place, and now in the 4th I'll write the real code, which is, so I've added the real code here, and in the last code also I'll write something right. So again, just to make it correspond with the timing, we have to do this. And since I'm just gonna join one meeting, so I'll leave as it is. So close this file, that is done. And one more thing that you have to ensure that in Chrome, you're already logged in with the account you want your bot to join the meeting with. Like here, I'm already logged in with the account that I want the bot to join the meeting with. So what you do is go to CMD. Make sure you already ran the requirements.py and now .py. It is waiting for start time.
I've switched to my mobile camera again to show you all that it's the bot doing everything as always, and it's not me. So the current time is 2:38, and as soon as the clock strikes 2:40, you'll see the bot entering the meeting.
Now it's 2:40 and the bot has opened Google Meets, as you can see. Now it is going to enter the code. There it goes, and it entered the code. It turns off your mic, it turns off your camera, and it joins the meeting. Now we are waiting for the host to let us in.
We entered the meeting, and at 2:45, our bot will exit the meeting by itself. Now it's 2:45 and you saw how the bot exited the meeting and also closed the browser. Now, as you can see, it is waiting for the second start time. So this will go in and go for until you hit Control C, and you can see the code has ended.
So this was all for the bot that ends your meeting held on both these platforms. I'm also delighted to inform you all that we have hit the 100 subscribers milestone. I know that if this number is compared to all the numbers out there on YouTube, it is pretty less. But there is a saying that many a little makes a mickle. We will keep striving and keep growing. Do share this video with all your friends who need to see this. Also, leave a comment down below on what hack or web automation would you like to see next. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Rainiac Tech. Thank you for watching this video. It's Kanish Sharma signing off.